Hey, look who's still here. The CBR 1000 Double R. Well, I've got an update for you on this bike, and also I have the perfect choice for my next motorcycle that I want to get your feedback on. And also I want to show you my new badass computer setup where I dropped $5,000 on the computer and a new proper smartphone so that I can run the Waze app and keep track of these coppers out here on my Aprilia Tuono so that I can have some proper fun. Stay tuned.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Continue to leave video suggestions, but you may find what you're looking for by visiting my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Videos. And those are a bunch of playlists with all of my videos categorized in them to make it easier for you to navigate through. Well, guys, the buyer that I had for this bike fizzled out after about 100 emails. The last email is like, dude, you just live too far. You know, I can't come out there and get the bike, man. So he wasted all my time. I had a bunch of backup buyers, like 10 of them. But he kept stringing me along, and now I haven't had time to go, get in touch with the backup buyers. But you know what? I think this is a sign that I need to keep this bike, man. You know what? This bike is really an integral part of my channel. This bike and the CBR 600RR is what helped build my channel up to the over 317,000 subscribers and my over 75 million channel views, man. I absolutely, truly do love this bike. I actually like this bike at slower speeds, at the lower RPMs than I do this bike. This bike in the lower RPMs is kind of weird. It's not as smooth as this, man. But a lot of you guys mentioned if I put a race ECU and aftermarket exhaust, it'll totally smooth it out. But then other people were saying, on the forums, I saw where people had problems once they put the race ECU and aftermarket exhaust, and it could affect the reliability. I don't know, man. I go back and forth, back and forth. I think I'm just gonna keep this stock because I don't think I'm going to keep this bike past January of next year. I'll probably have a new KTM 1290 Super Duke R because I've been wanting to try that bike as well. Or maybe not, because I love this V4 though. It's an absolutely amazing. This is an amazing bike, but this bike wants to go fast. Bye-bye! I had to do that shit, man. And I don't want to take this bike to the track, man. Because you low side this bike, guys, you pretty much insurance is going to have to total it out. Because the parts on this thing would probably cost like $5,000-$6,000 just to replace the parts on this bike to get it back to restore it if you were to low side it, God forbid. This is the better track bike, to be honest with you, because the parts are so much cheaper, easier to come by, and this has a tank cover. You can completely change the plastics on here for cheap, and it'd be much quicker and easier to fix this bike up should you low side it, God forbid. But I think I should keep this bike, guys. I think this is the bike that should be my track bike and still ride it out here on the streets, man. So I'm leaning towards keeping this bike. I don't know, but I still want to add another bike though. I still want to add another. I know it's getting crazy up in here. It's getting tight up in here, man. But I could put this YZ right here. It could fit right here. We could fit another one another bike there. We could do 5. 5 is a good number. But the next bike I really am thinking about getting, but I want to get your feedback on, is a leftover new 2018 Harley Davidson Breakout with the new Milwaukee 8 114 engine, twin cylinder engine on it. That bike, I test rode that bike, back in 2015 and I thought the bike was absolutely beautiful, but I felt it lacked power.
Okay, off the line. Ah, shit.
But I think Harley Davidson listened to me, man. Because, I got an email back in 2000, it was late 2017, and they invited me to come out to California to ride their new lineup of bikes. And they told me how much better power the bikes have with the new Milwaukee 8 engine. And unfortunately, I couldn't go because I told you guys, I'm helping to take care of a relative, so it's extreme. I can't get out and go. I wish I could have, but I think it's awesome that Harley Davidson listened to us and they put a lot of torque into that new Harley Davidson Breakout, baby. The 2018 and newer. It's got 119 pound-feet of torque, baby. It's only got 90 horsepower, but all I care about is torque out here on the streets, like I told you guys, man. And they say that bike pulls real nice. And it's only 648 pounds wet. So it's lighter weight than the Yamaha Raider, which is comparable to that bike. But the Yamaha Raider, I think, weighs like 740 pounds or 735 pounds or something like that. So the fit and finish on the Harley Davidson Breakout is fantastic, guys. Even back in 2015, I never complained about the fit and finish. It was just the power that threw me off and the price tag. As I told you guys, Harley Davidsons are overpriced in my opinion for what you get, but that bike is a beautiful bike. They make beautiful bikes. But if I can get a leftover new one or a used one with really low miles for say like 15, 16,000 instead of paying 20,000, then I might go ahead and pull the trigger on one. I want to get your feedback though. How is the reliability with those new Milwaukee 8 engines? Any good? Is there any issues at all that I need to know about? Because, I've told you in the past, I really don't trust Harley Davidson reliability. Just like I told you guys, I didn't trust the European bikes reliability. But as I told you guys, I'm willing to try it. I think I should try it before I knock it. And just like I did I got the Ducati XE S and tried a Ducati bike, and I didn't really have any major troubles with that bike. It was an absolutely amazing experience, and I love that bike. I wish I'd have kept it. I'm kicking myself in the butt right now for getting rid of that bike, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to go back. Obviously, I've done a bunch of content on that bike. And which, by the way, if you go to my website, CycleCruza.com, and you click on the menu tab, My Videos, I have a playlist for the X Diablo, all the videos I did on that. So if you want to learn more about that bike, go check it out. And in the Aprilia, I'm glad I got this bike. It's a really cool experience. My first time with a V4 engine. The V4 is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely, I love it, man. I think I should try a Harley on my channel, because I do have some Harley Davidson enthusiast viewers on my channel that keep telling me every day, CycleCruza, you need to try your Harley. Then a lot of you haters out there, like, what, you gonna be a douchebag? I'm telling you this, I will tell you guys that here in the state of Ohio, all the Harley guys that I've met out here are some of the coolest dudes out here, man. And chicks too, by the way, that I've met. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna show you my new computer setup in my office. For my video editing and my business as well. A lot of you guys thought this was my video editing computer because I set up this Mac Mini here with this display here. See a Mac Mini, but this is specifically for just getting on YouTube and the internet and doing research while I'm working on the bikes if I need some information or something. But let me take you to my office and check out my new computer. Check it out, my office and media room, HD projector, 100-inch screen, 60-inch LED TV, and no office is complete without practice foam putting holes here. These things are inexpensive, and man, these things are awesome. They'll help improve your putting skills, help release some stress in the office. By the way, I'll include links to a lot of the stuff I mentioned in this video in the description and comment section of this video. Some of you guys asked me about my computer setup and the editing software that I use, so I thought I'd share that with you guys. This is my old setup here, MacBook Pro, mid 2014 spec'd out. This thing is still quick. Here in 2019, I've never had a problem with it. I've done all my business on this. I've took this on my bug out trips across the country. Man, but it was time to upgrade and stop being so cheap. So I went ahead and got this pretty expensive, just came out, 2019 5K iMac with 8 cores, 3.6 gigahertz. It has the i9 chip I only got the 8 gigabytes of RAM because I bought the aftermarket Crucial RAM and I bumped it up to 40 gigabytes, which is the cheapest way, by the way, to go instead of getting the, the 32 gigabytes from Apple, which they charge a lot more. So I got the 512 SSD hard drive. Because I run all of my, I run external hard drives, I picked up this really cool and fairly inexpensive for what it is, the Sabrent 2 terabyte SSD drive that is super fast, man. And it's a Thunderbolt 3, by the way. I'll include a link to that if you want to get one in the description and comment section of the video. But it is pretty cheap compared to what's out there on the market, and it's fast. I got the Philips 4K. This was inexpensive, like 250 bucks or something like that, 4K display, and it works good for what I use it for. By the way, this stand is really awesome, guys, because it allows me to fit my Seagate 8 terabyte hard drives underneath here. Just perfect. Look at that. These adjust, and at the max level will allow you to fit the Seagate hard drives, 8 terabytes. You can fit 7 of these underneath here for a total of 56 terabytes. So I'll probably be adding some more, and it helps save space, as you see here. Absolutely awesome. And by the way, I also picked up, finally upgraded from my iPhone 4S. And this thing is ancient, man. I'm not a smartphone person. I'm a smartwatch person. I have the standalone Samsung Gear S2 and S3, which I love. But because I want to use the Waze app and run my GPS off of my bike through the smartphone, I decided to go ahead and upgrade and get the best one of the best smartphones on the market right now. This is the Galaxy S10 Plus. I was going to get the 5K, but it's going to be a long time before we get 5K here in Cleveland, man. I'll tell you that. But this thing is absolutely awesome, man. This takes good video and pictures. As some of you know that have this, it's waterproof, or excuse me, water resistant. So like I said, I'm going to run my GPS, the Waze app, so I can keep track of the coppers out there, so I can have a little bit more fun on my Aprilia. I got this mount here for the bike. If you want to get this, I'll try it out and I'll give a review on it in the future. It's fairly inexpensive, but it's got good reviews on it. So you might want to check this out. And yeah, guys, this printer is amazing, by the way, all-in-one. I've had that for a while, but I just want to show you my new computer setup and everything. By the way, I run Final Cut Pro X, and I love it. I've never had any problems with it. That's why I like using it. I've used Adobe in the past, but Final Cut Pro X renders faster. For those of you guys who want to get all the gear, like I have here, my new carbon fiber helmet, super lightweight, neck brace, camel pants, boots, gloves, my leather jackets, all of my armor jacket, all of my stuff. I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website, CycleCruza.com, and click on the menu tab, My Gear, and that's links to all my stuff. Thumbs up, check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Breakout Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Breakout Moto.